Blunt Talks with E. Time that shit on, please.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Blunt Talks. I'm here with Bode. We're going to discuss Halloween Ends today. Bode, you want to tell them about your contest a little bit?
Yeah. So it's a Face of Horror contest done for the Rue Horror magazine. Pretty cool stuff going on. You have a chance to win $13K in cash, walk-on roll independent film, photo shoot with Kane Hodder. For those of you who don't know, he played Jason in 4 out of the 500 Friday the 13th movies. So that's really cool. Yeah, I was pretty stoked to be here, man.
What about Cinimaniacs?
Cinimaniacs is a podcast that I have done in the past. Hopefully can do in the future too, when I have a little bit more time. Just reviewing movies and whatnot, and talking about how movies can teach us about life, man.
Fucking A, and that's why he's a perfect guest here. Alright, let's start our fucking blunts. Get this bitch lit. Toast. Let's get in this motherfucking movie. Alright. So, let's explain to some of these motherfuckers about timelines. Because I still see people saying, what happened to Laurie's other kids? What about Jamie? What about these people? They don't fucking exist in this movie.
Right.
They don't exist. What happens is they took the fucking first Halloween ever made, 1978, and they go from there. And they're showing how Laurie has feared for her life for 40 years. Not the second movie, you know, what that whole Curse of Thorns shit don't fucking matter. The Halloween 20 years later when she gets killed in Resurrection, that shit don't fucking matter when it comes to this storyline. This is strictly 40 years after what happened on that Halloween night. Nothing more. And so, for you dumb motherfuckers that don't understand it, that's what the fuck that shit mean. They're not just disregarding, they are disregarding all those movies, but it's a whole new fucking story of what happened after 1978 Halloween night. That's what the fuck it is, you fucking morons. Her kids aren't just dead somewhere. They're not leaving them out. They just don't simply exist. Because if you go look, Resurrection's after Halloween H2O, which is Halloween 20 years later. It takes place after the second one because he's her sister in that one. He's not in the other ones, right? He's not in 40 years later. He's not the sister or her big brother, because they find out in the original ones, the second one, that's her brother, right? As far as I'm aware. From my research, that's what I fucking remember, okay? So, they do not have any of that shit going on. Do you want to explain a little bit about timelines to these fucking people that don't fucking get it?
I mean, I think for the most part, you pretty much got it. It's just, I never understood it, how people still have the misconception that this is a continuation of everything that happened. I mean, it's honestly just a bunch of people who obviously haven't watched the movies.
And they don't. I feel like a lot of people just don't understand how cinema art works.
Yeah.
In that case, too. Because it's like, they're like, oh no, but you gotta do a sequel. Well, no, what about the reboots and the remakes and all this extra shit, you know? Because there is a difference between a reboot and a remake, but I'm not really gonna get into that right now. Fuck that.
Yeah. And honestly, like, and that's why I have really kind of high hopes in the future, is just because of the amount of possibilities you have with reboots and remakes. Because I mean, officially now with this third and final of the 40 years later trilogy, the rights are getting kicked back to Akkad's Productions, so Blumhouse officially has no rights to it anymore. So it's officially whatever the Akkad family and his production wants to do from here on out. I mean, as long as there's a dollar sign, people are gonna make a movie.
Well, fuck yeah. And that's the thing about this 4 years later trilogy, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't see it as like a Michael Myers. Like, that's not for Michael Myers fans, really. It's for Halloween fans.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference. I feel like, because like, you can go watch a movie just because it has Michael Myers in it, But that's where the Season of the Witch changes everything, where people were like, oh, we don't like this shit because Michael Myers ain't in it. You're a Michael Myers fan. You're not a Halloween fan. Because John Carpenter started that shit. Michael Myers was only supposed to last 2 movies. The rest of the movies were supposed to be a bunch of different Halloween stories. It wasn't supposed to be Michael Myers. And with 13 fucking installments from that movie. That's not what the fucking, that's not what the plan was. So a lot of people forget that kind of shit.
Yeah. And I honestly think I think the third movie actually would have been a lot more successful if it wasn't a third movie. Because,
Facts.
If you want to make, like you said, he wanted to make Halloween different stories every time. When you put, an entire collective of people and characters into 2 movies, and then you automatically just immediately take a 180 and say, oh no, that's not what this has been about the entire time.
Yeah.
It confuses the shit out of everybody, and then everybody's just pissed off about pretty much nothing.
Yeah, because they just, Halloween would be the title base. And then it was, the 2 Michael Myers. Yeah, exactly. So he put up this whole fucking scene with Michael Myers, and then everybody fell in love with him. Because if he really wanted to do it different, he should have ended it right there, or maybe came back with Michael Myers in a different fucking, stage, or started that second one later down the road after the Halloween movies got. That's not what happened. It became a Michael Myers movie. So now we got Michael Myers fans and we got Halloween fans. And the Halloween fans appreciated the fact that Laurie got her W. Some of them. You know what I mean? I've looked at all ends of the spectrum on this shit. So, yeah. What do you think about the storyline with this fucking copycat or fucking sidekick guy? What do you think about that shit? No. I'm
so confused, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how they communicated with no talking.
Yeah.
They didn't explain that, except for they're just looking in each other's eyes
Yep.
Are you going to become me now? Are you going to go smoke a bunch of... Look at me in my eyes. Are you going to go smoke fucking tons of weed on your podcast now? No, you're not. So, what was the connection?
I don't know, man. And it's kind of like how I was telling you, a couple days ago, I'm on a weird side of this fence right now, dude. I don't hate the movie as a movie. It's a good movie.
You think so?
I really do. And like I said, there was a time and a place for it. It was not right now.
That's facts.
Because the storyline is a completely new storyline. I don't know how... I know a lot of people really didn't care for Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. I love them.
I thought they were pretty good,
I thought they were really good. So all these fans who love those movies, and even if you didn't, you're used to this one story. And it's for that third one, they said, you know what really didn't work? Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, with the 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. We should make it kind of like that. And they just completely got rid of everything they did over the last 5 years.
Yeah, facts. Actually, that's a good point. They really did. I didn't even make that connection between that and The Curse. You know what I mean? Because they did bring back The Curse, which was actually supposed to be eliminated completely from this storyline.
Yeah.
But then now they have a curse of some sort. They never said Curse of Thorn or whatever the fuck kind of curse. And that's my problem with it, isn't it? And then it ended with Corey anyway, when he killed himself in Laurie's house.
Yeah, it's like they kept ending their own storylines throughout the entire movie, I feel. From the get-go, we basically forget the entire storyline from the last 2 movies. And then I'm supposed to believe the most unrealistic love story I've ever seen in my entire life.
Facts. That would send triggers to a normal person through trauma. They would not want to be in a relationship with a person like that.
Yeah. And then by, I don't know, hour into the movie, I'm uninvested in it, and the whole romance is pretty much gone, so the storyline's gone. And then there's this whole storyline, okay, Corey's gonna be this next shape. He's gonna be the next big thing. Nah, we're gonna kill him too.
Yeah, right. We're gonna kill this motherfucker, so you have 0 chance of thinking there's gonna be another Halloween movie from us, which there isn't, because thank God they fucked it all up.
I swear to God, how long was this movie? An
hour and 50 minutes, I think.
Something like that. And throughout the entire movie, I swear to God, I'm going, okay, yeah, I see what you're doing. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, okay,
what the fuck?
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Like,
yeah,
it's just so confusing.
It's confusing as fuck. Yeah, it is, because and then it's like, is he getting stronger when Corey helps him kill, or what? Because like, and what I don't understand, like you said, they destroyed everything. So that means all the logic from the last 2 movies went with it. So Michael Myers is hiding under in this fucking tunnel in the sewer, right? After the whole town beats the shit out of him, he kills fucking Karen, and everything's good. He's perfectly fine. He doesn't look beat up, nothing. So he's 4 years in this, living like a fucking troll under a bridge, dude. You know, in a fucking tunnel.
Oh my god.
And they find him, and motherfucker is just like old as hell, beat to shit. He can't do a fucking thing, but yet he has this powerful, strong curse on fucking Corey. And it's like, either he's strong or he's fucking old and human-like. Like, they're contradicting that fucking fact right there. How's he gonna be supernatural, but not supernatural? They made him mortal, and then they made him unmortal. It's all like, you can explain all of it throughout the movies, why he's immortal and how he could get away with that, until the end of Kills. And then it's like, okay, he's immortal. And then the next movie, it's like, how did Laurie kill him with 3 knives? You know, how the fuck is that the end? And then it was an epic, I don't know. I think it was an epic send-off that they all drove him down to the grinder and fucking ground him up in the wood chipper and shit.
Yeah, they really did my man wrong.
Yeah, they did him dirty as fuck, but...
Like, dude, I can't help but think about the entire Michael living in a goddamn tunnel for the last 4 years. Like, I have to make up excuses to why it's okay the way that he is. I'm like, okay, he got shot, he got beat the fuck up. Yeah. He's got to have some infections, right? Like, he's fighting a staph infection or 2. Like, you just try to make up so many excuses, and then I don't understand the fucking homeless dude. All right? He fits absolutely nowhere. Any other Halloween movie, that guy would have been the first fucker dead in this movie. Without a doubt. With the exception of the kid, which I thought was a wonderful touch. But it's just so fucked up. And, like, I think that's what they were doing, was, like, when he started killing people again, like, you could see him get stronger and stronger. And I was okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, I was okay with bringing back the kind of, like, idea of maybe he's not exactly a normal human being. Like, there's something supernatural about it.
Yeah.
But they just did it so poorly.
Yeah, they did it fucking terrible. And, like, that's why I like Rob Zombie so much, because he is so mortal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of those fucking fans that were crying about, and they were like, oh, I love 2018, I love Kills, and now they see Ends. They kind of owe Rob Zombie a small little apology for saying what the fuck he said, or doing the movie how the fuck he did it, because I thought he made him real mortal, like, and that's why it ended so quickly, not only with the stress of carrying that big-ass franchise on top of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I thought Rob Zombie's first Halloween was amazing.
I think it's fantastic.
And then the second one just blows ass. And so, like, bringing back that immortal piece to keep Michael Myers going is what kind of keeps that franchise even going.
Yeah.
And they just killed it. Like,
and that's the thing, it's what keeps it going, but it's also what fucking kills it, because they can do it well, they just really haven't.
Facts.
Like, I thought they were really close this time. I was like, you know, he kills people, he gets stronger. I can get behind that. He can, like, fucking...
It gave me a Freddy vibe.
Yeah.
You know how Freddy's got to gang that shit, you know, and they did it really well.
And, like, he can fucking basically just make people see the evil in themselves and basically transfer evil into people. Yep. I can totally get behind that. But then they're like, oh, yeah, and then we're just gonna fucking murder him. Straight up.
Yeah, just murder him just like a normal human being, though. Like that could have happened to anybody, bro. Yeah. Like not just the biggest fucking serial killer of Haddonfield for what, fucking 60 years. No, fucking anybody. Like, anybody could have got that treatment and still could have possibly made it out.
Yeah.
They did him so dirty in that movie. And that's why it's a Halloween movie over a Michael Myers movie, because he don't get that W. Laurie got the W. So now you're not going to see Jamie Lee Curtis and shit no more. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what it is. You're not going to see Jamie Lee Curtis in there no more. And that's why it's not for people like me that love the tits, blood, guts, and Michael Myers just rampaging through the shit. It's made for people that love the winners and the underdogs and that final girl. Really, it's not made for people like me. That's how I feel. If that's how you feel. But overall, that movie sucked ass. Like, I mean, there was no... Like, it was made for them, but it didn't work out. No. It just really trash. Like, it just... As a whole movie, as a whole, that movie was fucking dick. It was trash. And... whatever. So, what did you really hate about it? Like, besides the confusion, like, if you had to pick out one big fucking thing that you really hated, what did you hate?
Oh my god, dude.
A scene, a fucking person.
I think overall, the thing that just royally pissed me off was just how genuinely misleading the trailers to this movie was.
Facts, though.
Like, okay. The trailers is literally the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And I was fucking hyped for it. I was like, dude, this shit goes on for 2 hours? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then for 2 hours, I sat there and I was like, huh?
What the fuck is happening?
God, that was fucked up.
Man. Out of that whole fucking movie, what I really fucking hate is literally how they killed the motherfucker. Is how he didn't get up off the car and give no struggle before they got to the wood chipper or none of that. He was dead. Yeah. Like, he was fucking dead. And it just doesn't matter, because if he would have bled out that way, he would have bled out from that beating Haddonfield gave him in kills, and it should have ended that fucking way if they're going to do it like that. Not 4 years later from a fucking slice. That's what really pisses me off. Oh my god. Like, they didn't have no little bit of action, no little intenseness. It was just like, we're tretching as a convoy of a fucking town down to goddamn, the fucking wood chipper to fucking kill this motherfucker. Make sure he never comes back. You know what I mean? Even though he's already dead.
Yeah.
I need more explanation on that. How did he make it through that shit? How did he make it through fucking kills? The fucking fire. Like, I get it. He went in there. He fucking shut that thing. That thing's a fucking oven at that point. Dude, that man would have been fucking cooked. God. He would have been fucking cooked, right? But he doesn't. No, he comes out. He opens it up. Kills a motherfucker. Climbs up. Kills the whole Haddonfield fucking fire department. And then continues on his big ass fucking rampage. Dude, kills a bunch of people. Gets around shit. Gets misled into getting fucking trapped by half this fucking town, right? If you weren't in the hospital, you were on the street trying to kill this motherfucker in kills, right? So I'm sitting here thinking, so after this big ass, Bruce Lee slice up, he ain't gonna make it, or you can't kill this motherfucker. That's what I'm thinking after he kills Karen, and he's so comfortable and just looking at all the cops like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Only to see him looking like a half-dead troll, hardly fucking can stand, gets pushed up, pushed down, beat up by fucking this random dude. I need more explanation than that shit. That's how it ends. That was like everybody's favorite TV show ending, just bam, like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Why didn't Phoebe and Joey end up together? Type shit, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, for real though.
Like, what's so off topic, but yes, God. Yes, type shit. Like, what the fuck? Why? Why did it go down? Like, what the fuck? I need explanation on why he could survive all that, and 4 years later gets sliced and diced and dies,
and straight up clapped by a fucking fridge, dude.
Yeah, facts. Like, he got taken down, and man, how in every other Michael Myers, in every other Halloween with Michael Myers in it. Obviously, excluding Season of the Witch. never would they have been able to rip his mask off and have it and just run away so simply. And then wear it and walk around and kill other people with it.
Yeah.
And then this motherfucker got up. So I'm thinking he's struggling just to get into town for his fucking mask, but they don't show that because that's like an hour and a half right there, which they might as well should have because it would have made more fucking sense. I don't know. That's what I really hate about the movie, the fucking ending. And it wasn't because they killed him. It was the fashion they fucking killed him. They should have blew his ass up. It would have been more interesting if Laurie would have and then fucking shoved a grenade in his mouth, pulled the pin, and ran out the fucking house. Now that would have been badass. And made sense. And his head, and they would have been like, oh, we found this top of the fucking skull and his jawline right here at the end of the movie, you know, in medical examinations. That would have been the shit.
And I just have to express, like, and just bring awareness to how many fucking times this poor guy got his fucking mask just taken away from him throughout these 3 movies, dude. Like, well, they've been doing him dirty the whole time. The fucking disrespect.
They brought it to him. He slayed them at a gas station to get it back, only to lose it so many times.
Honestly.
Just get it. But, you know, Karen didn't get away easy.
Nah, dude, she fucking dead.
And, like,
straight up.
Yeah. And, I don't know, man. They just... I don't know. Yeah, the fucking mask thing, he got snatched a lot. Never would that happen in any other timeline of any of that shit. I don't think, at least. Not that many times. And it wouldn't last fucking more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, dude, like, holy Christ, how long was he out from that drive out to Laurie's in Halloween 2018? Like, the whole fucking time. My fucking ass, dude. No way.
So what they did with Halloween Ends, they had 2 good sequels to that movie for 40 years later, and they fucking ruined it by the fucking third one with the third sequel to that fucking 40 years later.
Oh my god.
So overall, let's say overall about that trilogy first, about that trilogy of fucking sequels. What do you think?
I mean, overall, I do like the trilogy as a whole. They just had one really fucking questionable choice that they decided to make right at the end. Like, can I honestly say, they could have kept pretty much everything they had in this movie and still made it better. First things first, I don't want to see, like, a big blowout ending that doesn't last, like, at least 3 hours. That's fucking nutty. Not even 2, though?
Oh, yeah, facts.
Like, I'm telling you straight up, you add another writer and tag another hour onto that movie. That shit would have been insane.
Yeah. If they would have had some, I feel like lack of content in that movie really did fuck up the trilogy. I feel like the trilogy, I don't know how I feel about the trilogy overall, not they ended it like that. And that's the problem. I liked the first 2. I thought they were pretty good 40 years later shit. You know what I mean? Pretty good shit. Up until that fucking Halloween Ends, dude. And I swear to God, it's because it's confusing. Like, now the whole trilogy is unexplainable, and now it's over. So you can't, like, be like, oh yeah, this is what happened with another fucking movie, like a prequel or some shit, because motherfucker, you just ended it, and now you don't have what you said they don't have rights to it now, Blue Mouse.
Yeah.
So now you'll never fucking see what the fuck actually fuck. You know what I mean? You won't. All those fucking. They ended it with a million questions, and maybe they purposely did that. I don't know. So all the fans would be like, well, this is what happened. You know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But no, it doesn't seem right. So actually, as a trilogy overall, let's fucking rate this fucker once, huh? The trilogy once. Rate this bitch.
Overall trilogy out of 10?
Yeah.
I'd give it like a 6.5, 7.
That's where I'm gonna sit with it too, 7, because they had 2 good movies and they ended the fucking trilogy and they ruined it. You know, like, so but what about Halloween Ends? What do you think about that? Do we both agree it's a shit movie overall? Like, even as a movie, like, this is a shit movie.
I gotta say, overall as a movie, like, if I'm not thinking of it as a Halloween movie, I know it sounds crazy, but
I lost one.
I think if that movie was put in the right time, in the right place, I think it would be a good movie. So I think overall, I think it's a good movie, but fucking ass Halloween movie.
Okay, so as a movie, rate it.
As a movie, I'd still say probably about a 6, 6.5, 7 out of 10.
Okay, it's a Halloween movie.
Maybe like a 2.
Like a 2.
That's being really generous. Like I'm scraping the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Well, overall, as a movie, I think like because it had so much confusion and how it moves slow as a horror movie, that'd be a terrible installment for a first movie or anything like that. So as a horror movie, I'm gonna have to give it fucking literally 2. I'm gonna have to give it a fucking 2 out of 10 because like as a horror movie, that would have been a shit start to a franchise or anything like that. So as a movie, it sucks. It fucking sucks. It's very confusing. It's slow. And then as a Halloween movie, I'm going ahead and give it a fucking 0 from my point of view. Because what are you doing pulling some shit like that at the end of the fucking... It's supposed to be the end movie.
Yeah.
Pulling some plot twist shit that doesn't even make sense or has nothing to do with Halloween to begin with. Why did you start the movie like that? What the fuck?
Yeah, I genuinely think my
fuck?
overall feeling at the end of the movie as the credits were rolling was disappointment.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I started that shit at fucking 9 and started drinking. And right in the beginning of the fucking movie, I knew it was a trash movie in the beginning because of the fucking credits. I said, holy fuck, this is gonna suck because of the credits. Like, I knew from the jump with the credits this shit was ass. Like, I knew I was like gonna, like, so I was pretty much set up for disappointment, and then I was very disappointed, which was the fucking problem. I was set up for disappointment, and I thought, man, maybe it'll get better. And I thought it was gonna get better, only to disappoint me more, and it was ass. Just straight fucking ass, dude.
That's fair.
Fucking ass. So as a movie, no, fuck that. It's even as a movie, like even if you try to start some shit like that in the beginning of a film franchise, fuck that. It's trash. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming on my podcast to talk about this fucking movie.
Yeah, dude.
And having fucking real standpoints and logical standpoints and real feelings about this shit.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another one, motherfuckers. Yeah. Oh wait, no, hold up. Let's talk about your contest again real quick. Where you stand at?
So right now it's called the Hellraiser round, which is pretty much just a group of everybody who ended their last group in first. I believe there's 12 people total in groups. Currently 11th. Just started yesterday.
Okay, so do you know what place you are or nothing like that? Is it placed like that? How is it placed right now? Where are you placed? Or did you just say that?
I'm in 11th.
You're 11th?
Yeah.
So you just said that. My high ass told me. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
My bad. Okay, so are you hyped? Do you think you're gonna win?
I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good chance.
If you watch this, fucking vote. Because I'm going to ask him for $1,000 after he gets that 13K. So fucking vote, dude. Whether you like me or him, I don't give a fuck. Vote for this motherfucker. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, dude.
See y'all later.